Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2022 mid-month general readings. We're looking at the last 2 weeks of January, and this reading is for the fire sign of Sagittarius. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. We're moving through a new year. I hope that that's treating you well so far. Thanks for taking the time to be here. Your likes, share, subscribe, support, donations, comments, feedback, those of you who reach out for personal readings, I'm grateful for all of it. Thank you. So this reading is for Sagittarius for the last 2 weeks of January 2022. That's if your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign is in Sagittarius. It's relevant if you're cross-watching for a Sagittarian. As always, I advise you to watch all of your signs for additional insight and perspective. General readings always resonate a little differently for everyone, and it helps to watch all of them to kind of put the pieces together. And if you find that something does resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, you can click on the description link below, that little arrow. You'll see my email address there, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings. And still popular right now are the 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at all the things in your main areas of life over the next 6 or 12 months. You can order them any time of the year, but many people do right now because, we're ending one year, starting a new one, so that can be helpful. All right, well, let's move right into this reading. I am using the Tarot of Dreams, clarifying with the Legacy of the Divine. Sagittarius, last 2 weeks of January. Okay, Sagittarius, we begin with the Page of Cups. Messages, reaching out verbally, maybe a little flirtation for some of you. The King of Wands, there you are, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Could be another fire sign that's relevant here, but it's most likely you reaching out to somebody in a communication sort of way. Either flirtation, love, support, encouragement. The Four of Swords, withdrawal, retreat, temporary retreat from a conflict or challenge of some kind. Usually shows up as somebody who's feeling tired, worn out, exhausted, and needs to take a step back to kind of rest and recuperate a bit, gain a different perspective. Interesting. And with that is the Ace of Coins, a new beginning, moving, relocating, new jobs, new projects. Sometimes a sum of money in order to start something and to start over or start something new. Next we have the Sun, light, love, warmth, laughter. It has a boosting effect on all the positive cards in the tarot spread, and it can lessen any challenging cards. Just like when the real sun comes out, it affects everything. It shines over everything. It illuminates, it provides clarity, and it uplifts the senses, the feelings. It loosens restrictive or heavy energies. Beautiful card to have, one of the most positively influential cards in the tarot. With the Sun, we have the Queen of Swords. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. The Queen of Swords is sometimes called the widowed woman or the divorced woman. Doesn't matter if she's either of those things. She's the Queen of Air, the Queen of Intellect. She's had kind of a long road behind her, and that road hasn't always been easy, and it's left her with a vast wealth of experience, but some scars as well. So she's a very good communicator, but she can sometimes be quite direct and blunt. She doesn't suffer fools well. She can see BS coming a mile away and has no patience for it. Feels like there might be a bit of an argument or difficulty in a conversation or getting on the same page here. I'm not sure if this is a love-romance relationship or perhaps a work colleague or a friend. It doesn't have that kind of romantic love sense, but it can be for some of you. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is defensive. The Seven of Wands is a card of defending something, standing up, guarding, protecting something. You, someone else, an ideology, something that you have a lot invested in, you don't want to let go of it. It's about having that being challenged. It can have ideas being challenged. I'm all for having, opinions or a way of looking at something, an ideology challenged, because it can either help us solidify and explain our beliefs, or sometimes it can cause us to look at how we view something and go, maybe I need to let go of that. But it's defensive energy. That's the overall energy focus for the last 2 weeks of January. I'm going to pull one more card. The Three of Coins, teamwork, collaboration, compromise, negotiation, trying to get everybody on the same page. This can be sometimes a little bit of a challenging card because it's about getting everybody to the table and everybody agrees that they want one particular outcome, but it can be kind of difficult in getting everybody to agree on how that happens. Okay, there's this project. Well, it should be done this way, and this is what I can do. And, everybody has different opinions and different ideas. So it can be like herding cats sometimes, trying to get everybody on the same page as to how something should go. And that's what I feel is kind of going on here. It feels like you and likely this Queen of Swords, whether or not they're an air sign or not, whether they're a female or not, because this is a general reading. It feels like for many of you, Sagittarius, like you are trying to be with the King of Wands and the Page of Cups here, the voice of reason. You're trying to, okay, how can we do this? Let's compromise. Let's find a way to kind of work through this. I don't know what the subject matter is, but it feels like there's difficulty in seeing eye to eye with someone else. Might be a small group of people, but specifically someone else. Even though you're trying, somebody doesn't want to let go of something, or the way that their ideology, or the way that they think something should happen, or it feels sort of like an argument, but not exactly angry. It's like just it feels like you're trying to come into agreement with somebody, and there's a lot of defensive energy, and it's difficult and frustrating. It looks like you take a little bit of a break here with the Four of Swords and the Ace of Coins, but then it does look like there's success. There's a sense of kind of coming together or coming to an agreement. And again, for some of you, this might be a romantic relationship, but it doesn't feel like that, or it doesn't feel very much like that. It could be a best friend, a partner, a colleague. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands and the Three of Coins as the general focus for the last 2 weeks of January. Yeah, this is difficulty in reaching a compromise. The Six of Wands, which is victory and triumph, and then the Four of Swords, which is, we have the Four of Swords twice, which is again taking a step back. Excuse me. It feels like you're really trying hard and really trying hard to kind of compromise where you can, but it's kind of difficult going. It's like reaching an agreement with somebody who it's like trying to find common ground, and it's rough. Page of Cups, King of Wands. Feels like you're offering or trying to mediate or something like that. Six of Coins, gift giving, the Sun, the Five of Coins. You're offering some kind of help, maybe an apology. Again, it feels like this is an ongoing struggle of trying to find common ground or come to agreement with somebody else. It might be about a money situation, a project, something at work, making an offer. Could even be asking for help, but it feels more like making an offer. But it could feel like asking for help. It could feel like, some people, it can be very difficult to ask for help because it makes them feel like, they're like in need, they're like in beggar mode or something of that sort. It could be that somebody here is in need and they need help to kind of alleviate some kind of pressure. Maybe it's financial pressure, some kind of work project pressure, something like that. But again, there's some difficulty in coming to an agreement here. And there's a relationship central, but because it's a general reading, it could be any kind of relationship. Let's clarify the Four of Swords and the Ace of Coins. The King of Wands and the Seven of Wands again. So taking a break from this kind of defensive, going around and around and around energy. Ace of Coins. The Devil. So this is an ongoing unhealthy cycle. The Ace of Coins, the Two of Cups, best friends, colleagues, co-workers. It might be a romantic relationship, but again, it doesn't feel that way. It could be somebody quite close to you, regardless of the nature of the relationship, asking for money again. there may be a struggle or fight over, okay, I need money again. I need money to start this thing. Well, maybe they've borrowed money to start new things many times in the past, or, it could be an adult child and they're just become so codependent. Because it feels like there's some kind of money or concrete practical issue at the root of this, and not being able to agree on how it should be done, if it should be given, if it shouldn't be given, and if so, how much, when, are there conditions on it, that sort of thing. Yeah, let's clarify. But it looks like it comes to a resolvement here with the Sun and the Queen of Swords. The Sun and the Queen of Swords, even if this Queen of Swords doesn't represent a specific person, the Sun and the Queen of Swords represents really successful communication breakthrough. The Eight of Coins, work, nose to the grindstone. It could be a work or work colleague, or again, it could be about investments. I feel like money's in here somewhere. Page of Cups in the World. So another offer and successful completion, graduation. So regardless of the specific details about what this struggle is, trying to come to an agreement here, it feels like for most of you, you do have like communication breakthrough success. You are able to kind of come together in some kind of agreement on this issue. So this is what's taking up the energy for the last 2 weeks of January. It doesn't feel like it's like this huge blowout sort of thing. It's just irritating and difficult, and okay, I need to take a break from this, and then coming back, and then, kind of reaching a good compromise here. So any final messages for Sagittarius? Pretty decent reading. Looks like it has its frustrating moments, Sagittarius, but it looks like it ends pretty well. Four of Cups, Three of Coins, which is compromise, negotiation again. Five of Swords, a hard-won victory, sometimes separation, but I don't feel it means that here. Yeah. Make the offer, work on the compromise negotiation. Again, this is Spirit just saying kind of just keep going through this, even when it gets frustrated. If you get really frustrated, take a step back, take a little break, but continue to do what you can to compromise and negotiate, because that's what's going to create a successful conclusion here. I mean, if any of you had any doubts in this situation, and those of you for whom it's relevant, you'll know what this is. If you feel, okay, I'm just going to withdraw and go away. I mean, you can, free will, right? But Spirit is encouraging you, even though it looks like it can be kind of frustrating, to push through to find a compromise, because there's definitely a path for successful communication here. It may be that you guys in the middle of it need to kind of take a break, get some perspective, and then come back together again. It may help get a different perspective on it, if you take kind of a brief respite from it. Okay, Sagittarius, those are your messages for the last 2 weeks of January 2022. I hope you found them useful, helpful, validated something. Again, if this resonates with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at some issue, feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to hear from you. You can also get that contact detail from clicking on the description link below, that little arrow. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the February general readings. Until then, stay safe and well. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.